what have you observed, perhaps in how I've approached our work together, that has really helped bring more clarity and focus and direction to what you want to accomplish?
I think that the first thing that you did in the whole coaching sort of process has given me the space to think about some of these things. So instead of and to think about them and articulate them. So, prior to this process, this was all just going around inside my head, and it was very difficult to articulate it. I think the fact that you're removed from the situation. Now, in this case, you're very removed. You're over in Canada, and I'm here in the UK.
Yeah.
I think helps because you can ask the questions that it's probably easier to ask if you're not so embedded. So I think that's really important. I think the fact that one thing I've really appreciated in the process is the fact that you can join the dots back to different parts of the conversation that we might have had 2 weeks ago, 2 months ago, where for me, I'm always kind of thinking ahead. You've helped me to think back as well in terms of what's been achieved, what I've achieved, what the different thought processes have been on that journey, like the journey from doubt, the journey through leadership, the journey through some of the logistical stuff that needed to be done. I've just found that really powerful because I don't think we always think back to what we've done. We're always thinking forward. And one of the things that we talked about was when I was having those initial conversations with people about would you be interested in being part of the committee and that kind of thing. You sort of you made the point to me that you've achieved a lot, like either in me individually or as a group. We've achieved a lot. Like, it's worth reminding everybody of that, and I did that as part of that process, and that was so important for me as well, just to understand that actually we've come a long way here, and we've achieved a lot together. So the fact that you're able to make those connections, I call it going backwards, is really helpful to then move forward, because you can sort of see your journey a bit more clearly. And to be honest, I just think you're, to put a bit of praise, and you haven't asked me to particularly do this, but the fact that you ask questions in a very considered and non-judgmental way. You're not sitting there saying, there's no look on your face as you're asking her to say, well, why the bloody hell have you done that, kind of thing. You might be thinking it, I don't know, but if you are, you're certainly not expressing it. But the fact that you can just ask those questions and in a very open way, which enables you to explore, or enables me to explore, the issue at hand, the challenge, the doubt, the question of my leadership, the next step, whatever it might be, has been really helpful in this process over the last 3 months. But this just felt like the time was right in order to help me, I don't know, push through a personal kind of confidence, belief barrier, to help me understand that I'm valid. My perspective is valid. And there's worth in what we're doing. Even though you don't know cricket and you're not in the country, the fact that you've been able to help me understand that as well has helped me push forward on this whole journey.